Alright guys, so we are out here chasing turkeys today with the Flintlock. I'm just walking into this property and I can actually hear some birds gobbling. They're quite a ways away. And I'm kind of heading down into a river bottom here. I can't tell, they might be across the river, which will not be helping me, but my plan is to just kind of sneak through here. And I haven't hunted here this year. I haven't even been in here once this year, so I don't have any birds roosted, but I know historically they're in here. So my plan is to get down to this bottom and just kind of slip through here, go 50 or 100 yards, do some calling, and see if we can't locate something here. Last few days it's been pretty cold and rainy. It's still pretty cold this morning. It's low 40s right now. We got a few hours to kill. We'll sneak down in here. Heading back in here right now. I don't know, maybe 300 yards from the river. I can still hear that gobbler sounding off back there. But I don't know, it's gonna be close. I'm not sure if he's on this side or not, but we're just gonna sneak back here and we're gonna find out. Okay. I got back here to the river and I got eyes on him. It looks like a lone tom and he's on this side. The problem is, he's probably about 100 yards away. He's pretty close, but there's a big grassy opening and the grass is like 3 or 4 feet tall between me and him. And if I set up here, by the time I kneel down to get concealed, the grass is gonna be so thick I ain't gonna be able to see to shoot. I need to be over there a little bit more to have a good setup, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get across this opening without him seeing me, so I might just kind of hang tight here for a second, let him move off a little bit, and then try to sneak back in, see if we can't call him in. Well, we're not gonna kill that bird, I don't think. I was still tailing that bird through this river bottom because he was still gobbling. He was just moving away from me. I thought if I kept cutting the distance and tailing him, you know, he'd think it was a hen following him and maybe he'd turn around and come back. But I noticed for about 15 minutes he'd got quiet, nothing. And I'm like, man, I'm sure he never saw me or nothing. About that time I could hear a faint four-wheeler in the direction he was headed. I'm like, well, that might be why he shut up. Come to find out, that four-wheeler was on this land, on this public land. And it came right towards me, right where I was trailing that bird. So that's frustrating, mainly because this is a WMA and there's not supposed to be any vehicles in here. But you win some, you lose some. And yeah. Wind's starting to kick up now. I can still hear that four-wheeler back here buzzing around, so I don't know what he's doing, but that ain't helping us. So we're gonna pack up, move along, see if we can't find something else. So we're making a move. That turkey flew down. And I don't think I'm where he wants to be, but he's in the exact same spot that I found this bird the other pretty sure it's the same one. And the other day, he ended up going east through this strip of cottonwoods. So we're gonna hope he does the same thing today, and we're gonna try to get in front of him. Well, that Tom I got on first thing this morning, he ended up having 2 hens, and he didn't want anything to do with me. So I moved further west up the river here where I can hear some other birds gobbling. And they're still gobbling, but they're over on some property I can't get on. So I was kind of just hanging out here for a while listening, thinking maybe they're moving this way, but I don't think they are. There's also some other birds gobbling across the river, which doesn't do me any good either. So we might pack up and go try a different spot. They're in my way. Thanks, ladies. Okay, I haven't even called yet. I'm walking back in here and I just heard a bird gobble 3 times, so we're gonna try to get a spot. It's so thick right here, but we're gonna try to find a spot to get set up real quick. That looked like it should have worked, but it didn't. There was a couple birds gobbling, and I hurried up, got the decoy out, and I hadn't called 1 time, so they did not know I was here. I get the decoy out, I go to get a tree to get under to get set up, and as I'm walking onto the tree, I look over, and it's super thick back in here, but I look over and there's 2 heads sticking up out of the grass, like 50 yards away maybe. So they just randomly happened to be coming this way already, and I hadn't even called yet, so dang it. Alright, so another day, we're back at it again. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I just found a couple birds out in the same field that snuck around me the other day. I'm gonna slip in here and see if we can't find a spot to get set up. See what happens. Okay, so there's a couple toms out in this field strutting, I can see. And every time I call, they just strut and go back and forth. But they're in a short mowed green alfalfa field. And I'm about 30 yards away from that field edge, but I'm in this 2-3 foot tall CRP. And they're not gobbling. They're just strutting back and forth, but they're not wanting to come over. But they also got a couple hens with them. And those hens are over there yelping back and forth to me, but they're not coming this way, and I can't get any closer from this direction anyway without risk them seeing me. So I'm gonna pull out of here. I'm gonna back out. I got a couple other spots I want to go check, and if I don't find anything there, I'm gonna come back here, but I'm gonna come in the same direction I did from the other day. And if I do, that'll be a couple hours from now. I'm hoping maybe those hens will have peeled off from those toms, maybe. And and maybe I'll be able to call them in. But we'll see. They're not, like I said, they haven't gobbled one time. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's go check this thing out. How cool is that? A lot of pellet holes right in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but he ain't got the biggest spurs, but he's still a mature bird. He's got a nice beard on him. Got a beautiful fan. That'll be cool to get that mounted up. Well, guys, that does it for my spring turkey season. That was my last bird. Very cool to get one with the flintlock. And it's gonna be a long time till fall gets here, I know that.